Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and we are once again back with the Buffs We'd Like to See series. And this is one of the dangerous weeks to do that because we're recording this Monday before the monthly update comes out. So let's see if we got anything extremely right or wrong, or if, we're still waiting on these. We're starting out with the Galbaldi Beta high mobility type, which just... Oh man, okay, so I also like this design. Like it's a Galbaldi Beta base design is great. I like this upgrade, but just I have to complain about the high mobility thing. It has a slower walk and boost speed than the standard Galbaldi Beta. It is a support. I mean, it's got a giant gun on its backpack. I get the reasoning. But also just, yeah, it's not high mobility. It does at least have forced injectors, it appears, which is nice. That's, that should be like a default for high mobility. But beyond that, yeah, just, it's got a decent skill set, but yeah, it definitely needs some improvement. What do you think, Salty?
Well, I am sad to announce that my phone did not save any of those pictures I took to... Oh, no, there they are. I don't know
Oh,
why my
good.
phone's not popping up with them. That's so dumb. I hate this phone. So the Galbaldi High Mobility, or the Galbaldi Beta High Mobility type is, as Rob said, is a support. Starts at 500, goes to 550. There is no additional levels of it yet, and that kind of confuses me. um, so this is one of those supports who it can do really, really good if the team babysits it, because it doesn't really have any self-defense. The only way it can break a raid's uh, mobile maneuver armor is with the shield missiles, which have 50% stun rate, so that blows through maneuver armor really easy. Only problem is you get only 2 shots and a 10-second reload. That's really bad. Both the Beam Smart Gun and the Flame Missiles both have 15-second reload. Rob, mind shooting me to see how much damage the Flame Missile does?
Flame missile does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1,000 fire damage over 5 ticks of 200.
They could up that.
Yeah.
And then it's also got the Beam Smart Gun from the Ziku Lines tree, which is a rapid fire 3-round burst. That didn't really do any damage to you. That kind of blows my mind. I know it has chest buffers at level 2, but that's still kind of really bad.
Yeah. I did 600 damage per shot, so about 1,800 for the whole burst, and it overheats in 2 and does not do enough to stun.
Yeah, so one thing I would like to see, the stun rate on the Beam Smart Gun be able to stop maneuver armor. I like the rapid fireness. That does not need to change. The recharge on the rifle and or the energy it consumes per shot needs to be reduced massively, because one stop, can't fire it again until it hits blue.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a while.
Yeah.
You're stuck. It does have a decent range at 600 meters and 1,000 damage a shot. But like I said, the cooldown time is 3 seconds and overheats 15. We already talked about the missile pod and the shield missiles. So one thing I would like to see, this suit it doesn't have bad melee damage. It actually does really good. It at 550 minus 23 or 28 melee correction. That's really good. Switch out the melee downswing for the standard Gabaldis, which is the swish. Is it the poke and swish?
Yeah.
With the Galbaldi? Yeah, so it's a poke and swish with it, which is a 2-hit melee combo. Really strong. Give this 2-hit melee. I know someone's complaining in your chat the way I pronounce melee, so I'm going to try to pronounce it melee for him. So give it 2-hit and balancer, because it does not have balancer, which is really stinky.
Yeah.
I feel like the Galbaldi Beta rifle standard one, which is the one I'm using right now, could use a buff, maybe 2 more ammo. It's only got 3 shots, and it's a I think 10-second reload,
Something like that.
12-second reload. It's a
Yeah.
12-second reload. And for the missile pod, I think this would look really cool if it had a secondary missile launch that is the same missiles that the Mark V MP uses, the scatter one. Man, think about that. Someone raid coming coming at you, and you hit him with those scatter missiles, and you just keep running around him, keeping him tagged away from you. You restun him with the rifle, and then hit him with a swish and poke downswing.
Mm-hmm.
That would be this could be made into a really effective mid to close range support, like I feel like it should.
Yeah. It definitely needs. I feel like no matter what they do to it, they kind of need to pick like a range where it excels. Either really lean into the beam smart gun and give it more power so it can work well at a longer range, or yeah, just up its survivability at medium to short range, because it doesn't really have enough of either. It can use the Hazel Beam Rifle, which has 4 ammo, and if you charge it, it will use 3 of them to do heavy damage and pierce. That's not a bad weapon, but yeah, again, just it will not break maneuver armor, which means, protecting yourself from raid still very difficult. Again, just it still bothers me how much this needs like more mobility options, because it needs the only thing that even begins to like justify it being called high mobility is the fact that it has forced injectors, and that's it. I'd like to see, among other things, I'd like to see it get around an upgrade along the lines of what they just did for the Gelgug cannon, where the walk speed, because of the heavy equipment, is, has always been kind of slow, but it can now boost incredibly fast. I think that would be a good way to handle the high mobility part. I do think you're right. Resist move and balancers are needed here. Just like I feel like at minimum, like the high mobility prefix should not mean such a downgrade to the basic Galbaldi Beta skill set. That's silly.
It's time to actually unnerf the standard Galbaldi Beta, by the way.
Yeah, it is definitely, it was a terror when it was first released because of its, stunning rifle and high melee, but yeah, you can put a few more rounds in that E-Pack now. You can give it a little bit more just in general. Maybe we'll end up doing that one eventually too. But yeah, this one, like I said, I always like this design, and just it needs something.
Such a handsome suit.
It is. All right, and we are kind of doing a triple feature this week, because we are doing both flavors of the Gym Sniper Custom, the standard and the missile launcher type, which was known as the Shimoda Squad Custom in GBO1. Gym Sniper Custom has a really good rifle, does solid damage uncharged, does really good damage charged, has no stopping power uncharged to speak of. It has a beam pistol with a ridiculously short range. It has a range of 100 meters, which, yeah, and 500 some a shot is what it's rated for. With the ranged mod, we're getting an even 600 on the rocket here. It just is not really great for short range defense, which is what it's designed for mostly. Vulcans are not good either. It needs so much. Salty, what do you think?
So, one of my favorite mobile suits, and I'm starting to realize after I watch these videos, I say a lot, and I apologize for that. The Gym Sniper Custom is a late war suit. I think it was introduced in November, if I'm not mistaken. This thing is not even technically just an exclusive sniper unit. This was built to be pretty much an ace mobile suit. This is what the aces would want. Thank God I'm a tanky boy, because that I wasn't expecting that. So the Gym Sniper Custom, it's nimble for what it is. I would like to see a turn speed on it. It should get the. I gotta go to my pictures. I don't remember the perk's name. The Scouting Parallels processing device. That should be like a standard on all supports, if you ask me. And it should get like a lot of the weapons need a buff. The rifle only has a 10% stun rate on it when you're using it. If you uncharge it, it's only a 10% stun rate. You cannot follow up with anything unless you're close enough to use the pistol, but the pistol's only 100 meters. That's less than your head Vulcans. The pistol's range should be at least 250 and keep the damage and heat rate perfect. Give it a way to self-defend itself with the pistol. That'd be good. The head Vulcans only do 85 damage a shot to Rob. He's level 1. I'm 450.
47.
That does... Yeah. Why does it have such weak head Vulcans? This thing is a late war mobile suit. It should have on par head Vulcans with the Gundam. And it also can use various weapons, like you see me with the double beam spray gun. It auto fires 2 shots. I kind of don't like that. In the first game, I'm pretty sure it was just a beam spray gun that fired like the full armor Gundam ground type. You could just tap one barrel and then tap it again for the 2-shot. If I remember that correctly. I don't remember. I didn't use the double beam spray gun all that much. Other weapons for the standard sniper custom involve the oh geez, where did I take all these pictures at? I think the only other weapon besides this one it can take is the standard hyper bazooka, but that allows you to be a CQC because its melee isn't all that bad. Here's a neutral. 1700, almost 1800 to Rob. That's not bad.
1355 on my side, but I am again a lower level with no parts equipped.
Yeah, so it's just in general, this thing needs more utility because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to have a shield too. Like it lore wise, I know for a fact it can take the standard gym shield, full body gym shield. And I'm pretty sure in some mangas it can even take the command shield too. But I haven't seen some of those mangas. I just heard what people have talked about, so don't quote me on that one.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it needs to run faster. I feel like, let me see how the boost is. It could have probably about 5 more points on boost. I think other than that, bouncer and 2-hit melee combo. This is another one of those support suits that can play CQC. That's what it was intended to be for an ace unit. And really, oddly enough, the Sniper Custom and the ML variant have the same stats on the beam pistol. Same exact stats. And for the ML, really, the only thing that thing needs is tracking on the missiles and dodge roll.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, that
suits.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, I feel like they both need dodge roll or resist move at any rate, because I always thought in the first game it was ridiculous that the standard Gym Sniper Custom did not get dodge roll, but the Shimoda with these 2 giant missile pods on its shoulders was able to roll freely. That just never made any sense to me either.
I remember you complaining about that during a match.
Yeah. But yeah, at minimum, I feel like the beam pistol needs to be brought up to the same range as the Vulcan's 150. That's what the Jim Spartan's beam pistol has, which is the same model. Jim Spartan's beam pistol also has a lower rate of heat, has 20% as opposed to 28%. With the built-in cooldown, you can fire 5 shots in a row, and if every single one hits, you will stun, but otherwise you will not. That's pretty much, pretty much the main option in terms of build stun for, breaking maneuver armor. It just, yeah, we were talking about this in between recordings, and I feel like they get a little bit too literal in terms of just the name and what they feel to be the intended role of the suit tends to be. Like, this is a sniper, so yeah, it's a little bit slower than it should be. It's a support. It's not quite as nimble. It's not quite as versatile as it could be. And also, of course, designed for the support role as of year one, which is kind of not where the game is at anymore.
If you want my honest opinion, the sniper custom should technically be a general.
Probably so. Yeah.
That's because just lore wise, it can take pretty much any weapon Federation has made up to that point. And there are some Gym Sniper customs used by mercenary groups that haven't touched an upgrade. They're just still that prominently used mobile suits. They're good, and some of them are wielding Zeta's high mega what's that big gun the Zeta can use?
Hyper Mega Launcher?
Yeah, they're using that as a sniper.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's not attached to the ship. So you got a sniper custom running those things on a bipod.
That's
But to be fair,
amazing.
that thing, yeah, well, to be fair, those things have their own generator too. So.
Oh yeah.
But like you have the sniper customs are used well past the 1 year war, lore wise.
Yeah. It's one of the ones that shows up in Jaburo and Zeta, isn't it?
Yes, that is its first animation appearance. And I'm pretty sure it's used in the Gym 2 rifles too. I know some of the Gym cannons are. The fact that the Gyms they didn't give the Gym cannon that rifle blows my mind.
Yeah. There is a lot that they could do with the suits in this game. A lot. I understand they've got a formula that they're trying not to break, but just I'm glad to see they're starting to move beyond it in places, but just there's such a backlog of suits built to that older standard that need to be brought forward. And even even doing 30 twice a year it's gonna take forever to get through the 500 different suits that are in the game at this point.
As I've been on record stating, they need to stop adding mobile suits every week. Maybe drop it down. Maybe 2 weeks a suit or 2 weeks a month, and just start going ham on unit adjustments. Just go ham on it.
Yeah.
I've seen they use the excuse. Well, we don't know how to buff certain suits that no one uses. Then buff them to the point where people would want to use them.
Yeah, that's kind of what they wound up doing with some things like the original Gundam, because
Yeah.
which, to be fair, is kind of overbearing at this point. I feel like everybody is using it all the time because it's that good. But yeah,
I mean, heck, we have, I think, 2 suits below 300 that don't have higher cost variants yet. The Gym Trainer, for one, is still locked to 150.
Oh yeah.
That they would need to get that to level 6 before we could even touch that mobile suit. And the Bugo, that's still 250. That does not have a level 2 yet.
Yeah. Okay, the Gym Trainer does go to level 3 at 250, but yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Still, good luck finding a 250 Q.
Yeah, like no one does 250.
Yeah, I've got a request for the Bugu, and I've been waiting on level 2 to drop so I can use it in the 300 room without getting murdered. So
it's just I don't know. I don't want to go into that, but yeah.
I'm just going to close by saying that once again that I've got a friend who is both a Gundam fan and big into Street Fighter, and every time I tell him there are 500 suits in the game that they are trying to keep balanced, he just is absolutely gobsmacked because Street Fighter these days has a roster of what, like 30 some characters a game, maybe more, maybe less. I haven't played Street Fighter 6 since it came out, but just trying to keep all these things balanced, even separating them by cost, it is a hell of a task. And The game seems to be doing well. It's survived longer than a lot of gacha games do, but I'm sure it's not making Street Fighter 6 money either. So, points to them for putting in this kind of effort. There's more I'd love to see, and hopefully they will get around to it, and or if we ever get to the point of GBO 3, just be able to find a formula that makes all of this work together a little better than it does now. But at any rate, that is going to do it for this week's installment of Buffs We'd Like to See. As always, comments welcome. If there's suits you want to see, we've got a list. We're happy to take suggestions. And, let us know what you think. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.